Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittney Bundles, and today's video is going to be a visual of how I pack wholesale orders. Now, if you do want the detailed process of processing wholesale orders, I do have a video on that, so I'll go ahead and link it down below. And this is for people, again, that want the full detailed process. What I'm doing in this video is pretty much showing you a visual of what I do. Right now, I'm just pulling up a box just to kind of show you that I do go through a couple of different box size options depending on what's going to work best. That box was obviously too small. And sometimes I have sent out wholesale closure and frontal orders in those boxes, but because I have bundles this time, I'm not going to be able to fit them. So right here, I'm showing you how I do color coordinate the different textures. So if I'm sending out straight, body wave, and deep wave, which I am in this order. So all of the straight had orange tags. It says the texture as well as the length. Now I'm getting up because I'm going to get some more textures. So this order is a pretty, it's a pretty big order, but it's not one of the larger orders that I receive. So, the larger the order, sometimes the longer the task. Obviously, you just want to make sure that everything's there for every order. And if you have more bundles in another order or more closures in another order, it can take more time. So look at the video that I'm going to have linked below. That way you can get the full step-by-step process. And yeah, so I'm not going to be printing out any labels on this video or packaging completely, taping up the box or anything like that. I just wanted to provide a visual. So after you double check your order, you do want to check different box sizes. So I'm checking this box size. Now, some companies will go ahead and send out your orders in this box, even though that means that they're going to have to fold up the bundles a few times. There's nothing necessarily wrong with folding up bundles. It's just a personal preference. I don't like folding up the bundles too many times because I don't like to shift the patterns. I don't want to fold up the straight too many times. I don't want to fold up the deep wave too many times. If I could find a box that's bigger and that allows the bundles space so that they're not cramped up and folded all different ways, then that's my preference. Doing that, you may end up paying more for shipping sometimes because you do have to pay based on weight, and you have to pay based on the size of the box that you're shipping. So a lot of people do want to find smaller boxes and just kind of pack everything in. In the video that's linked below, I kind of go over why I don't do that in more detail. But right now what I'm doing is I'm looking around my office for another box. So it'll just be a few more moments and then I'll come back and I'll show you the box that I decided to use. Now, I do want to say this, the box that I am going to decide to use, I have a video on how to put like a custom box into your Shopify account and send out orders through customized packaging. So I'll try to find that too, but if I can't find that video is in my business playlist. I have tons of videos there, so make sure that you check them out. So once you go ahead and inspect off the bundles were inspected the night before. I made sure that I recounted the orders multiple times to make sure that everything was in the right place. All of the different textures that my client ordered was there. All of the different lengths are there. So this is a box that I found in my office. It's a custom box because it's not USPS or FedEx or anything like that, but it's okay. I can still ship using that. So what I'm doing now is I'm just making sure that everything's going to fit. I'm going to throw a couple bundles in, and then I'll kind of let you see in just a moment what it looks like on the inside of the box. I know this box is pretty big. If I had a box right in between the first box that I tried and this box, I would definitely use that, but I don't. This is what I have at this point, so I'm going to use what I have. If I have to pay more for shipping, then I'll pay a little bit more for shipping. But my goal is to make sure that anyone that orders from me gets their bundles in great condition, and they get everything that they order. That's my concern. So I'm going to show you what's inside of the box. So this is what it looks like thus far. Now, when you put your bundles in the box, they don't have to be Like, I've seen people that have, like sent me video clips of how they're packaging their orders, and they're like, hey, does this look right? Is it straight enough? Your bundles don't have to be completely like, you don't have to be really, really critical about how you're placing the bundles in. You do want to make sure that it's neat. And once you ship it off, at the post office, this box is going to be shaken up. It's going to be, tossed around. And so some things may shift. My biggest concern is, though, I just don't want the boxes. I don't want the bundles folded too many times. Sometimes if you get bundles from different companies and they're folded so many times, it doesn't look as neat, in my opinion. And sometimes the curl pattern can be altered. So that's the main goal. We're not trying to alter the curl pattern. For straight, I go ahead and put the straight at the bottom because it's straight. So there's really no curl pattern that I'm trying to preserve. And then I'll go ahead and put body wave on top of straight. And then I'll put deep wave on top of that. So I'm just showing you how I do it. Again, just making sure that I'm not folding any of the body wave bundles. As you can see, they all fit in there perfectly. So you do want to make sure that you have a variety of different boxes in your office or at your home, just so that you have an option to choose. Because if that was if the first box that I pulled up was the only box that I had to ship items with, then I would have found myself having to fold up the bundles and pack everything in that box. Again, I'm not saying that it's going to ruin any of the bundles or anything like that. I'm just saying, for my personal preference, for my company name, I don't like doing that. I like making sure that everything looks neat and that the bundles have enough space. So I rather send the bundles out in a box that has more than enough room, opposed to a box that has not enough room. So as you can kind of see, this is how it's looking. You have the straight bundles in there. We have the body wave, and we also have the deep wave bundles. And that's how it looks. So at this point, I can go ahead and put the order confirmation sheet in here if I'd like to. I can place a note inside of the box and also on top of the box, just to make sure that this box is not getting mixed up with any other orders, that this box is not going to be sent out to the wrong person, and then you can also go ahead and throw in a business card. For wholesale orders, I try not to put too much branding material in there. I may throw in a business card and, that's about that, or a business card or two. But I really try not to put too much branding material because it's going to be rebranded. Typically customers are going to, or these, clients that are ordering from you wholesale are typically going to get the bundles and they're going to resell it with their branding material. So, it just saves you more time by not branding everything. It also saves you more branding material. That's one of the reasons that it's so important to have a process with your business, because you do want to make sure that you understand and you are aware of everything that goes into your wholesale process. And it also helps to get your clients kind of on a rhythm with you, so that you know what to expect. They know what to expect. Some clients will let you know, hey, you don't even have to toss in the business card. Thank you. They'll put that in the notes of their order, or they'll be like, hey, for this order, could you go ahead and throw in a few more business cards? I have a few people that want to wholesale through you as well. Or, you'll just kind of get the feel of it. So I'm just showing you the box. At this point, I can go ahead and package it up. I'm not going to do it at this point because I'm not headed to the post office right now, but I just wanted to let you see kind of, how the process worked and everything like that. I'm just, the night before, make sure that everything is there. Click the link down below to get a full detailed process of shipping out wholesale orders. And then you do want to go ahead and tape the bottom of the box. I'm showing you what the bottom looks like. It's not taped yet, but I am going to go ahead and tape it. And then you also want to make sure that you're taping the top. Be really careful. There are some people that have sent out, orders and, they're not taped at the bottom at all. I'm not saying that anything necessarily went wrong, but when I go to the post office, sometimes I see people there and it's like there's no tape at the bottom of the boxes. So I would just make sure that you're being very, very careful, because the last thing that you want is for something to drop out of the box or the box to come undone and then your customer or client not get everything that they ordered. So I really hope that this video helped. I just kind of wanted to put a visual with my last video because I did let you know in that video that if I got a request to show you how to put the bundles in the box, I will make a video like that. So this is that video. I really hope that you enjoyed. Again, this is the last view of how everything looks. So just making sure that all of the textures are with the same texture, and because you can really just kind of look down and say, okay, all of the orange are together, all of the green are together, and all of the pink are together. I went ahead and threw a business card in. All of the bundles have enough space. And so, yeah. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.